Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're diving into a truly fascinating journey through American numismatic history as we explore 6 of the most valuable and expensive ultra-rare United States coins ever sought by collectors. From coins tied to the earliest ideals of liberty and the presidency of James Madison to extraordinary pieces made famous by rarity, errors, and exceptional condition, these coins represent far more than money. They are pieces of American history struck in metal. In this video, we'll uncover what makes each coin so special, why collectors are willing to pay premium prices for them, and how historical significance, unique design features, and scarcity combine to drive their incredible market value. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just discovering the world of rare coins, you're in for an exciting and informative experience. So let's get sent. Among modern U.S. dollar coins, the James Madison presidential $1 coin stands out as the most valuable and collectible Liberty era themed dollar associated with the years 1809–1817, the span of Madison's presidency that appears on the coin's edge. Issued in 2007 as part of the presidential $1 coin program, this coin bridges early American political history with modern numismatics. While it is not an early 19th century silver coin, its connection to one of the nation's founding fathers, combined with notable mint errors and limited collector quality issues, has made it highly sought after. Advanced collectors prize it for its historical symbolism, error varieties, and strong demand within the presidential dollar series. The James Madison $1 coin was minted to honor the 4th President of the United States, who served from 1809 to 1817, a period defined by the War of 1812, and the solidification of the U.S. Constitution Madison helped author. The coin was struck primarily at the Philadelphia, P, and Denver, D mints, with collector versions from San Francisco, S. It belongs to the broader presidential $1 coin program, 2007–2016, designed to commemorate deceased U.S. presidents in chronological order. While the coin itself was produced nearly 2 centuries after Madison's presidency, it symbolically revives the ideals of liberty and Republican governance associated with America's formative years. The obverse features a bold, modern portrait of James Madison, accompanied by his name and order of presidency. The reverse carries the Statue of Liberty, a unifying design used across the series to emphasize democratic continuity. The coin is composed of a manganese brass-clad alloy, measures 26.5 mm in diameter, and weighs 8.1 grams. What truly distinguishes the Madison dollar is its edge lettering, which includes EPLURIBUS UNUM, the mint mark, and the dates 1809–1817, a technical feature that created some of the series' most famous and valuable errors. Although millions were struck for circulation, truly rare examples emerge from production anomalies rather than low mintage. The most coveted variety is the missing edge lettering error, where the coin lacks the inscriptions entirely due to a minting failure. High-grade mint state, MS67 to MS69, examples are also scarce, especially those with sharp strikes and clean surfaces. Additionally, San Francisco satin finish or proof issues, struck for collectors rather than circulation, command significant premiums when preserved in pristine condition. As with all modern coins, condition and originality play a decisive role in determining. In circulated condition, standard James Madison dollars are modestly priced, often just above face value. However, missing edge lettering errors can range from $150 to $500, depending on grade and eye appeal. Certified high-grade examples, MS68 and higher, regularly achieve $300–800 at auction, while flawless proof or satin finish coins with top grades from PCGS or NGC can exceed $1,000. Prices have remained stable to gradually rising, supported by sustained interest in modern U.S. era coins and presidential memorabilia collectors seeking the most valuable Madison dollars should focus on certified examples, particularly those authenticated by major grading services. Carefully inspect the edge for complete or missing lettering, as this single feature can dramatically alter value. Store coins in inert holders or slabs to prevent environmental damage, especially since the manganese alloy is prone to spotting. Acquisition through reputable dealers, major auctions, or established numismatic communities is strongly advised, as raw error coins are frequently misattributed or altered. The James Madison Presidential $1 coin represents a compelling fusion of early American history and modern minting innovation. While not a silver Liberty coin of the 1800s, its association with the years 1809-1817, distinctive edge design, and celebrated era varieties elevate it to one of the most valuable and desirable coins of its series. For both new and seasoned collectors, it offers historical depth, visual appeal, and realistic investment potential, making it a standout modern tribute to one of America's greatest champions of liberty. Next up among the most valuable and historically important United States Liberty coins are those minted during the presidency of Andrew Jackson from 1829 to 1837, a transformative period in early American numismatics. While Andrew Jackson's portrait would not appear on U.S. currency until the 20th century, the Liberty-themed silver and gold coins produced during his administration, particularly the capped bust half-dollar, 1807, 1839, and related denominations, stand today as some of the most sought-after classics in the hobby. These coins represent a mature stage of early U.S. mint artistry and federal authority, combining bold design, precious metal content, and deep historical resonance. Their strong demand among collectors is driven by rarity in high grades, iconic Liberty imagery, and their direct association with a politically and economically pivotal era in American history. The Andrew Jackson era was marked by dramatic changes in American finance, including the dismantling of the Second Bank of the United States and a renewed emphasis on hard money backed by gold and silver. Coins struck during this period were produced primarily at the Philadelphia Mint, the nation's sole operating mint, until the mid-1830s, with later issues reflecting early branch mint experimentation. Liberty-designed silver coins such as the capped bust half-dollar, quarter, and dime were integral to daily commerce at a time when paper money was viewed with suspicion. These coins circulated during events such as the nullification crisis, westward expansion, and the rise of Jacksonian democracy, making them tangible artifacts of America's growing national identity and economic independence. The most valuable Liberty coins of this era feature the celebrated capped bust design, created by engraver John Reich and later refined by William Neese. The obverse depicts Liberty wearing a soft Phrygian-style cap inscribed with Liberty, symbolizing freedom and Republican ideals, while the reverse displays a powerful heraldic eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch. Struck in fine silver, the half-dollar weighs approximately 13.48 grams and measures 32.5 mm in diameter. High-grade examples exhibit sharp hair curls, strong cap detail, bold lettering, and fully defined eagle feathers, features that dramatically elevate visual appeal and market value. Reeded edge varieties introduced in 1836 are particularly prized for their technical advancement and limited production. Rarity plays a central role in the exceptional value of Andrew Jackson-era Liberty coins. Although total mintages were relatively high by early U.S. standards, heavy circulation means that surviving examples in uncirculated or near-mint condition are scarce. Certain dates, Overton varieties and early proof strikes, especially from 1834 to 1837, are exceptionally rare. Coins graded MS-63 and above by leading grading services such as PCGS or NGC command steep premiums, as most surviving pieces show significant wear. Original luster, problem-free surfaces, and strong strikes are critical factors that separate ordinary circulated examples from elite collector-grade specimen market values. For the most valuable Liberty coins from the Andrew Jackson era vary widely based on date, variety, and condition. Common circulated capped bust half dollars may trade in the $150–400 range, but high-grade mint-state examples frequently sell for $8,000 to $40,000, with rare proof or condition census coins exceeding $100,000 at major auctions. Rated at half dollars from 1,836, 1,837 are especially valuable due to their short production span and collector demand. Long-term appreciation has remained strong, driven by limited supply, growing global interest in early U.S. silver, and the enduring appeal of classic Liberty designs. For collectors seeking to acquire Andrew Jackson era Liberty coins, careful study and authentication are essential. Buyers should prioritize coins certified by reputable grading services to avoid altered or overgraded pieces. Learning to recognize original tunning, natural wear patterns, and correct die characteristics can significantly reduce risk. Proper storage in climate-controlled environments and inert holders helps preserve value over time. Serious collectors often find the best opportunities through established numismatic dealers, major auction houses, and respected collector communities, where provenance and transparency are emphasized. In conclusion, the most valuable United States Liberty coins minted during Andrew Jackson's presidency stand as enduring symbols of America's early monetary system, artistic ambition, and political evolution. Their historical depth, elegant design, intrinsic silver content, and rarity in top condition make them cornerstones of advanced U.S. coin collections. Whether admired as historical artifacts or acquired as long-term investments, these coins continue to captivate both new and seasoned collectors. As demand for classic American coinage grows, Liberty coins from the Andrew Jackson era remain timeless treasures with strong potential for continued appreciation in the modern numismatic market. Next up among the most expensive and historically important early American numismatic issues associated with George Washington, from the 1789–1797 era, are the 1792–1796 Washington pattern coins and Washington pieces. Especially the 1792 Washington President patterns and the later 1796–1797 Washington cents. Although no regular issue circulating U.S. coin officially bore Washington's portrait during his lifetime, these early patterns and privately struck issues occupy an elite position in American numismatics. They are highly sought after because they represent the nation's earliest experiments in federal coinage and the deep reverence Americans already held for their first president. Today, these Washington-era pieces are considered cornerstone artifacts, combining extreme rarity, national symbolism, and strong long-term market demand, making them some of the most valuable early American coins ever offered to. Historical significance of Washington-related coins from 1789–1797 cannot be overstated. Following the ratification of the U.S. Constitution and George Washington's inauguration as the first president of the United States in 1789, the young nation urgently needed a stable monetary system. Before the establishment of the U.S. Mint in 1792, private minters and engravers produced experimental and commemorative pieces honoring Washington, often to promote a national coinage. The most famous of these include the 1792 Washington President cent patterns, believed to have been struck in England or America as proposed models for official U.S. coins. Later issues, such as the 1796-1797 Washington large cents, were privately minted but circulated modestly in commerce. These pieces reflect the political climate of the Federalist era and the widespread public admiration for Washington as a unifying national figure. What makes Washington-era coins visually and technically extraordinary is their bold and symbolic design. Most feature a classical bust of George Washington on the obverse, often facing right, with inscriptions such as Washington President or GW President, emphasizing his role rather than monarchy, a deliberate departure from European traditions. The reverse designs vary widely and include eagles, wreaths, liberty figures, or patriotic legends like 1 cent or United States of America. These coins were typically struck in copper, with diameters similar to early large cents and weights ranging from 150 to over 200 grains. In high-grade condition, the sharpness of Washington's portrait, the hand-engraved lettering, and the early minting techniques give these pieces a distinctive, almost metal-like artistic appeal rarely seen in later federal coinage. Rarity is one of the primary drivers of value for Washington-related coins from this period. Original mintages were extremely limited, often numbering only in the hundreds or low thousands, and survival rates today are remarkably low. Many known examples exist in well-worn condition due to early circulation and rudimentary storage practices of the 18th century. High-grade specimens, especially those graded extremely fine XF or better, are exceptionally rare. Certain varieties, such as specific die pairings or lettering styles, further increase desirability. Coins with original surfaces, minimal corrosion, and strong detail command dramatic premiums, and certified examples from reputable grading services are fiercely competed for whenever they appear. In today's numismatic market, Washington-era coins rank among the most expensive early American copper issues. Common examples of 1796, 1797 Washington cents in lower grades may sell for $5,000 to $15,000, while well-preserved specimens can reach $40,000 to $75,000 or more. The legendary 1792 Washington President pattern coins, particularly those in high-grade condition, regularly achieve six-figure prices, with top-tier examples exceeding $500,000 at major auctions. Market values are driven by historical importance, provenance, condition, and collector demand for early American and presidential-themed coins. Over the past several decades, prices have shown consistent appreciation, reflecting their status as blue-chip numismatic assets. For collectors seeking Washington-era coins, careful research and caution are essential. Authenticity is paramount, as these coins are frequently replicated or altered. Always pursue examples certified by leading grading services and study known varieties and diagnostics before purchasing. Condition should be balanced with originality. Coins with untouched surfaces often outperform higher-grade but cleaned pieces in long-term value. Proper storage in climate-controlled, inert holders is crucial to preserving copper surfaces. Serious collectors typically acquire these coins through major auction houses, established early American specialists, or advanced numismatic societies where provenance and documentation are well established. Coins associated with George Washington from the 1789-1797 period represent the very foundation of American numismatics. Their unmatched historical importance, distinctive early designs, and extreme rarity place them among the most desirable collectibles in the hobby. Whether viewed as tangible links to the birth of the United States, masterpieces of early engraving, or long-term investment-grade assets, these Washington-era coins continue to captivate collectors worldwide. For both seasoned numismatists and advanced newcomers, owning one is not merely acquiring a coin. It is preserving a powerful symbol of America's earliest identity and its first president's enduring legacy. Next up to in the when collectors speak about the most valuable and expensive United States coins connected to the presidency of John Adams, 1797, 1801. They are not referring to a portrait coin bearing his likeness. Such pieces would not appear until modern commemorative programs, but rather to the early draped bust silver coinage, especially the draped bust silver dollar, 1795-1804, and related denominations struck during his administration. Among these, draped bust dollars and half dollars dated 1797, 1801, stand out as some of the most historically important and financially significant coins in American numismatics. These coins represent the infancy of the U.S. Mint and the fragile early years of the American Republic, making them exceptionally appealing to collectors. Their worth is driven by a combination of age, rarity, artistry, and their direct association with the Adams presidency, a period marked by political tension, international diplomacy, and the strengthening of federal institutions. Today, demand for high-grade examples is intense, with elite collectors and museums competing fiercely whenever a premium specimen enters the market. Coins struck during John Adams's presidency were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, the nation's first official mint, operating with limited technology and manpower. The draped bust design, introduced in 1795, continued throughout Adams's term and symbolized a more refined artistic direction for U.S. coinage compared to earlier flowing hair designs. These coins were minted during a time of political strain, including the Quasi-War with France, debates over the Alien and Sedition Acts, and the transfer of the federal government to Washington, D.C. While the coins do not commemorate Adams directly, they circulated during his administration and financed the daily operations of a young nation still finding its footing. Their place in the broader early federal coin series makes them essential to understanding America's monetary and political evolution at the turn of the 19th century. The draped bust silver coins of the Adams era are admired for their elegant and classical design. The obverse features liberty with flowing hair draped in fabric, inspired by contemporary European portraiture, surrounded by stars representing the states of the Union. The reverse, especially on dollars after 1798, displays a heraldic eagle with a shield clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbols of strength and peace. Struck in fine silver, the draped bust silver dollar weighs approximately 26.96 grams and measures about 39.40 in diameter. What makes these coins especially striking in high-grade condition is their sharp detail, frosty luster, and bold strike, qualities rarely preserved due to heavy circulation. Subtle variations in star placement, lettering, and eagle details further enhance their technical and artistic interest. Rarity is a defining factor behind the immense value of John Adams' era draped bust coins. Mintages were extremely low by modern standards, often numbering only in the tens of thousands, and survival rates are far smaller. Many coins were heavily circulated, melted, or lost over time, leaving very few examples in extremely fine XF condition or better. True mint state, MS, specimens are exceptionally rare and can be considered condition census pieces. Certain varieties, such as specific date and star combinations or early die states, are especially scarce and command substantial premiums. The importance of condition cannot be overstated. Even a single grade difference can translate into tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars in market value. The market value of draped bust silver coins from the 1797-1801 period reflects their elite status in numismatics. A draped bust silver dollar in fine condition may trade in the $15,000–$30,000 range, while extremely fine examples often exceed $75,000. Coins graded about uncirculated AU routinely surpass $150,000, and true mint state examples have sold at major auctions for $500,000 to over $1 million, depending on eye appeal, strike quality, and provenance. Half dollars from this era, while smaller, can also command six-figure prices in high grades. Strong long-term appreciation, limited supply, and consistent collector demand continue to drive prices upward, especially for certified, problem-free example for collectors seeking to acquire a John Adams era draped bust coin. Patience and education are essential. Always prioritize coins certified by major grading services such as PCGS or NGC, as authentication and accurate grading are critical in this price range. Look for original surfaces, natural tunning, and strong eye appeal, avoiding cleaned or damaged pieces. Storage should include inert holders and a controlled environment to prevent corrosion or tunning damage. Acquisition strategies often involve reputable auction houses, established dealers, and participation in advanced numismatic communities, where knowledge sharing and private opportunities are common. Studying die varieties and auction records can help collectors identify undervalued or especially desirable examples. The most valuable United States coins associated with the John Adams presidency, 1797, 1801, particularly the draped bust silver dollar, stand as tangible links to America's formative years. Their historical importance, refined artistry, extreme rarity, and strong market performance place them among the crown jewels of U.S. numismatics. For both seasoned collectors and serious investors, these coins offer a compelling blend of cultural legacy and financial value. As surviving examples continue to disappear into long-term collections, their appeal and worth are likely to endure, ensuring that John Adams era coinage remains a cornerstone of elite American coin collecting for generations to come.